It's late afternoon and I'm lying on the new grass in my backyard. It was just put in a couple of months ago and wow, it's just wonderful. But right over here, you can see there's a sort of strange brown mark that's appeared in the lawn. And unfortunately, there are quite a number of those brown marks in there. I've figured out exactly where they come from. They come from, well, let's just say the most beautiful dog in the world. My lovely dog named Jill. Oh yes, you are my darling sweetie. Basically, Jill is perfect in every way, except for one thing. And I will leave it up to your imagination how it was that she put too much nitrogen on my new lawn right there. But this brings me to what has to be my absolutely favorite example of design. This is the nitrogen cycle. The reason that I like it so much is that if it didn't exist, life itself could not exist. And as you can see in my backyard, if the levels of nitrogen are not right, plants don't grow. If plants don't grow, then all of the things that live off plants also cannot grow. That would mean there'd be no more animals or anything else like that. The nitrogen cycle is kind of like a biochemical cycle, except it occurs on an ecological scale. Each very complex step in the nitrogen cycle is a miracle. But put together, it is unimaginable that a system like this would come into being by a series of accidents. The various components that make up this cycle are located in different organisms, or microorganisms basically. And if one of those steps doesn't work, then life is going to have massive problems. We have to take nitrogen out of our atmosphere, which is a very complex thing to do. But if we get excess nitrogen building up because of a broken nitrogen cycle, plants cannot grow, everything else follows from that. So no functioning nitrogen cycle, no life, and it's really that simple. You can't just evolve one simple organism. What you're going to need, if you're going to have life, is many very complex organisms doing very complicated biochemistry. I love it. We know this sort of thing really is not realistically expected to come into existence, even inside an individual organism, let alone distributed globally across many organisms. So, nitrogen cycle, my favorite example of design in nature.